Lego is everything at once: a toy, a collector's item, a foolproof gift, and pure entertainment for kids aged 3 to, well, retirement. Aside from its uncanny ability to magically appear under your foot at the worst possible moment, Lego has only one real downside: its price. It's always more expensive than knockoffs, so much more expensive that people straight up accuse the company of greed. And yet, millions of people keep buying it. Why? The first reason that comes to mind: quality. The patent is long gone. Clones are everywhere, and they even fit with the original. So why is Lego still the king? Unlike GoPro, Lego hasn't been crushed by commoditization. Sure, cheap copies can replace the bricks, but they can't replace the brand and the culture around it. That's why some people say knockoffs are just sad imitations. Others argue, it's all marketing, there's no real difference. But here's what's undeniable: Lego treats quality like an obsession. It all started back in 1932 in a small Danish town called Billund. A carpenter named Ole Kirk Christiansen was making wooden toys. His motto? Only the best is good enough. One day, his son Gottfried tried to cut costs by skipping the final layer of lacquer. Ole made him redo the entire batch. That was the first, but definitely not the last time Lego's attention to detail shaped its future. But quality alone wasn't enough. It needed something more. Everything changed with one bold decision. The key moment in Lego's history was switching from wood to plastic. Sounds simple, right? Not quite. Let me explain. What toy can be passed down for generations and still work perfectly? A Tamagotchi's battery dies. A remote control car's motor burns out. A jigsaw puzzle dries up and the pieces stop fitting together. But Lego, bricks made today, still connect seamlessly with bricks from 1958. How? The secret lies in one decision that revolutionized the toy industry in the 1950s. Back in the 40s, plastic was a risky, unproven material. But Lego took a chance and drew inspiration from British designer Hilary Fisher Page's plastic bricks. His biggest problem? His models collapsed if you so much as sneeze near them. The solution was simple yet brilliant: add interlocking tubes inside each brick. In 1958, Lego patented the design, and to avoid legal trouble, they straight up bought the rights from Page himself. That's how the legendary Lego brick was born, virtually unchanged for over 70 years. Lego didn't just make a toy, they made something timeless. But even that wasn't enough. Lego needed a way to keep kids begging their parents for more sets over and over again, and that's when Lego pulled an early version of what Apple would later do. An iPhone without apps? Just an overpriced piece of glass. But what if Lego sets became an ecosystem? What if every new set wasn't just another toy, but an expansion pack for your imagination? According to legend, Gottfried had a chance encounter with a department store buyer while on a ferry. That buyer gave him a golden piece of advice: don't just sell toys, sell a system where every new set expands the possibilities of the last. That way, customers keep coming back. Gottfried ran with the idea, and the rest is history. Despite its popularity, Lego hasn't always been the symbol of stability. Back in the 90s, the company nearly self-destructed. They got carried away with weird experiments, launching overcomplicated but totally unappealing sets. Instead of sticking to their core product, building bricks, they started making basic action figures and electronic toys that blended in with every other brand on the market. At the same time, cheap knockoffs flooded the shelves. And kids? They were ditching physical toys for video games. Lego tried to adapt, but their first attempts at gaming were, well, let's just say they flopped. Even the success of Bionicle, which sold a whopping $1 billion worth of sets, wasn't enough to stop the bleeding. By 2003, Lego was drowning in $300 million in losses. Enter Jürgen Vig Knudstorp, the first CEO who wasn't part of the founding family. He took one look at the mess and went full cleanup mode. He shut down unprofitable projects, outsourced production, and, most importantly, shifted the company's focus online. But he knew Lego couldn't just go back to what it was before. To survive, it needed a full-blown reinvention. And the key to that? Marketing. Today, Lego isn't just a toy. It's a symbol of creativity, a pop culture icon, and even an educational tool. It's everywhere: movies, video games, even school curriculums. But let's break it all down step by step. Lego isn't just selling toys, it's making money off other fandoms. They hook adults with sets that aren't just playthings but stress relievers, creative outlets, and collector's items. Science fiction fans, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel, engineering nerds, Technic and Mindstorms, aesthetic snobs, the architecture series. Hardcore collectors, how about a Millennium Falcon with 7,500 pieces? But the real game changer, licenses. Every year, Lego drops hundreds of millions to secure rights to the biggest franchises. Yeah, that makes sets pricier, but it also turns them into must-haves for millions of fans worldwide. And here's where Lego really plays 4D chess. They don't just sell products, they create a whole media empire around them. How do you make people willingly pay for what's basically a 90-minute commercial? In 2014, Lego cracked the code. The Lego Movie was the perfect ad disguised as a blockbuster. The secret? A great story. Instead of just promoting the toy, the Lego Movie gave it meaning. A battle between a world obsessed with instructions and a world of creativity and freedom. With a $60 million budget, the movie raked in $468 million, scored an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song, and spawned a whole franchise: Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago, and more. And after the movie, Lego's revenue shot up by 15%, and people still couldn't get enough. Lego isn't just making movies, TV shows, magazines, and video games. They're literally shaping the way kids learn. In some places, Lego is even part of school curriculums, helping kids dive into math, programming, and engineering in a way that actually feels fun. Imagine if your high school algebra class had been taught with Lego. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't have been so painful. But Lego doesn't stop at education. Their stores? They're not just retail spaces, they're full-on experience hubs. Walk into one and it's less about buy this set and more about, hey, come build something awesome. There are play areas, workshops, and enough cool displays to make any adult pretend they're just there for the kids. And then there's Legoland, the sovereign nation of bricks. It's not just a theme park, it's a mini-country where everything, from skyscrapers to castles, is built out of Lego. Right now, there are 11 Legolands worldwide, with 4 more on the way. At this rate, they're not just expanding a brand, they're practically building their own Lego empire. Let's talk money. Lego sets have gotten more expensive over the years, but it's not just corporate greed. Well, not entirely. Sets today have more pieces, more intricate builds, and way more engineering behind them. But here's the kicker. If you break it down by price per piece, it hasn't actually changed that much. And for some people, Lego isn't even an expense, it's an investment. Like this guy from New Jersey who basically turned Lego flipping into a full-time job, hunting down rare sets and selling them for a profit. Some sets have jumped in value nearly 6 times in just a year and a half. Your 401k could never. Fast forward to now, and Lego isn't just a toy company, it's a global empire. $9.8 billion in revenue, 25,000 employees, nearly 1,000 stores worldwide. Oh, and while most companies struggled during the pandemic, Lego thrived. Turns out, when people are stuck at home, they're more than happy to drop money on a Millennium Falcon set instead of yet another Netflix subscription. Now, Lego is expanding aggressively, especially in China, where the brand is blowing up. So is Lego worth it? Or is it just overpriced plastic? Yeah, Lego is more expensive than the competition. That's just a fact. But if it were all about price, people would have ditched it for knockoffs years ago. The truth is, Lego isn't just selling bricks. They're selling an experience, a culture, a brand that's bigger than the product itself. It's a toy that connects generations, a collectible that appreciates in value, a hobby that still works with the sets you had as a kid. Would we all love cheaper Lego sets? Absolutely. Everyone wants more for less. But is Lego worth it? If you just see plastic bricks, not. If you see creativity, nostalgia, investment, or just a fun way to bond with your family, then yeah, 100%. And if nothing else, at least Lego figured out how to market their stuff in a way Kirby never could.